So I had told you guys a story. It's kind of a long time ago, but I told you guys a story about it was two women that I dated where these supernatural things happen, and I believe it has something to do with tantric sex. Every now and then back in the day, I will come across a woman, I bring up the Native American girl. Well, when I was a young man, you run across these women who are not only into sex, but they're into tantric sex. They're into the power that this orgasmic energy can bring on. Is more than just sex. It's more than just a woman getting wet, or it's more than just a guy busting a nut and stuff like that, right? It's this power, it's this energy that you get into, and I had a chance to see what this orgasmic energy was really about with two women I dated. I told you guys that it was some incidents where I had, you bumping and grinding, and I woke up in the morning, and it was these. Well, in one sense, in one apartment I had, the whole ceiling came down. This apartment, I was living by the beach. I was living right on the beach in Chicago. Okay, I had this apartment. And I told you guys, when I lived on the beach, women used to like to come over there because of that water. And so this one woman who had came over, who my buddy had introduced me to, it's kind of weird too, because this chick, she was like, I think she was in some kind of boot camp military type of thing. And she had like just got out. So I guess she was like really horny and freaky and stuff like that. But anyway, end up bumping and grinding with this girl. Wake up in the morning, guys, the ceiling was coming down. It was like the ceiling was yellow. I remember I had took all these pictures, and I promised myself I was going to save these pictures, and I didn't save them. It was footage of a roof that was coming down inside of an apartment day by day, until the whole ceiling basically came down in a living room and was spreading throughout the apartment. Nothing was going on until I started bumping and grinding with this girl. Then the second time it happened, I was dating this chick. I was living with her because I had lost my job. And the same thing happened. We bumping and grinding. I wake up the next day, as all these little yellow spots on the wall. In both incidents, I don't want to be long because I got to play this little Bobby clip. In both situations, guys, in both of these incidents, I wake up, the ceiling is yellow. The second time it happened, it was all these little polka dot yellow things on. I mean, it looked freaky. It looked like something out of this world. But in both situations, when a janitor was notified of what was going on, the first situation I notified the janitor. The second situation, the chick I was living with, she notified the janitor. In both situations, the janitor said he don't know what that was. And I just thought that was strange. Next thing I know, I'm listening to a Bobby Hemmitt lecture, and he's talking about some stuff that went down when he was bumping and grinding with this chick with the ceiling. Let's listen to it, guys, and I'm gonna say a few things afterwards.
So, but it wasn't the 13 women where I was playing this one and saying you number one and nobody knowing. They all knew that this nigga was having fun. So, and then the spirit hooked me back into the sister to go back into. They said, now that period is ending. Now you got to go back into the relationship. But they brought me the sister. We on such a. You can know. This is when you know you're vibing, when you think of something and she say it, and that's happening with a lot of y'all now. You will say something, think of something, and your friend, even your family members, everybody say that's because the energy is going to one.
So he's talking about, guys, I wanted to catch it in the clip, but he's talking about when he was sleeping with basically 13 women at one time. This is what he's talking about.
We got hooked up and our energies were so much alike and so in tune, alchemically, till every time we start bumping and grinding, it start raining. So it got so bad until the damn roof started leaking, and then the Hurricane Gene came in and the goddamn ceiling fell in.
When I heard this after what had happened to me, when I had heard this, I said, "Oh my God!" And then it was like it all just dawned on me. And then I had dated the Native American girl. She was talking about tantric sex. Some other girl I dated was talking about tantric sex. And then I'm listening to Bobby Hemmitt and the situation that had happened with the ceiling. I mean, it one day all of it just dawned on me what actually happened.
So we had to stop screwing, because every time we screw, the damn grains and all come. So when she would get wet, it would get wet. So this is also showing you the alchemical tantric aspect of what they talk about when the Shakti power comes back and you start going on another level. That's why there's such a disproportion of black men out of sync with black women in prison or whatever, you know, all crazy out there smelling of urine or whatever. It is not because of anything else, but they can't let the black man and black woman come together, because you were in the beginning. So by you being in the beginning, you will produce the end. So it also means we don't need the masses to do it. All the thing we need is who can do what and hook up with whoever you want to hook up with.
All right, guys, so we're going to stop it right there. But I just wanted to tell you guys about that situation, because when I heard Bobby Hemmitt talk about that, I said, "Oh my God!" I said that was the power of the that tantric sex element. Okay, and then he goes into why they don't want the black man hooking up with the black woman, and it's not in the movies and stuff like that. But we if I get into that, we're going to digress from what I wanted this to be. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the video right here, guys, because that's all I want to talk about. I just thought it was a good time, because everything that I do, guys, I can back it up with Bobby Hemmitt teachings. Okay, even stuff that I do that may not be so-called moral, I can back it up. Because see, the thing is, when you talk about morality, Bobby said I'm gonna do a narration of this shortly about morality, because you know we got people out here that's saying it's okay to be gay. You got people out here that's looking at things that I do and say maybe you should not do. In the spirit world, not even paying attention to none of that stuff. The spirit world is not looking at whether somebody's gay or whether somebody watches porn or whether what you do sexually. Like I told y'all, as long as you're not hurting nobody out here and keeping your business to yourself, you do what you want. That's not how the spirit judge. The spirit does not judge you if you gay. Am I gay? No, I don't find men attractive like that. Okay, so I just wanted to bring that up, and then I'm gonna narrate that later. Okay, so I just want to talk a little bit about tantric sex and what Bobby said about the situation that happened to me. It blew my, when I had finally put it together what had happened supernaturally through me just having sex with some woman or a couple of them. It blew my mind. I said that's real power.